There's no school today in much of the Denver area while police search for a young woman considered to be armed and extremely dangerous, who's made what's called a credible threat. At least 18 districts closed hundreds of schools last night and told more than 500,000 students to stay home just a few days before the anniversary of the Columbine High School shootings.
And police believe that Sol Pais is fascinated with the events at Columbine that happened before she was even born. Students at Columbine High and 21 other schools were locked inside for hours yesterday after the threat was made public. Barry Peterson is at the FBI office in Denver. Barry, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the FBI says it is working with state and local law enforcement to try to find this woman. They call it a manhunt. And now, with all of these school districts closed across this whole region, tens of thousands of parents are trying to figure out what to do with their kids. After spending Tuesday afternoon on lockout, students at Columbine and other high schools safely filed out of classrooms. It was a scene frighteningly reminiscent of almost 20 years ago, when 12 students and one teacher were killed. The FBI says this woman, Sol Pais, flew from South Florida to Colorado on Monday.
We identified that she departed the airport and went to a store where she did procure a weapon. She obtained a pump-action shotgun and ammunition.
Officials say Pais posed a credible threat to Denver area schools and may be focused on Columbine.
She has had an infatuation with Columbine and the perpetrators of Columbine. She did not make any specific threats to a specific school, but her comments, her actions that we have heard about from others tend to cause us great concern that she may pose a threat to a school.
CBS station WFOR in Miami spoke with a man claiming to be Pais' father.
It's like a bad dream. We don't know. We don't have any idea.
More than 20 other schools were put on lockout, meaning doors were locked while classes continued inside. Students said the order came with little warning.
So many things were just rolling through my head, like if somebody had a gun, something bad could have been happening out there.
We didn't know a lot of information, and knowing it was so close to the Columbine shooting was something that was a little rattling.
The threat comes just 4 days before the 20th anniversary of that mass shooting.
I know that this opens a wound, especially on an anniversary week, for those families who were most deeply impacted by this.
Two things to keep in mind here. So far, this woman has not broken any laws, as far as we know. And two, because of the anniversary, law enforcement was already on high alert for something like this, which is why the reaction has been so vigorous. Gail?
Okay, Barry, good point to make. She hasn't broken laws, but she sure is scaring a lot of people. Thank you very much.